Hello, hello, welcome in. Yeah, so it's been a little bit. Um, I got really busy before break and then break and I was out of town and yeah, now we're back. So yeah. I don't really play Minecraft tonight, but I was gonna stream Tuesday and then I kind of forgot about this thing called time, so I didn't. uh, so yeah, I wanted to get started on this mission tonight, so we're doing KSP on Minecraft night, but whatever. So yeah, might as well go ahead and get into it here. There we go. All right. I have some changes that I came up with for my spacecraft, which I have listed here. How was the Stormwatch? The Stormwatch party was good. We went up to the roof of the parking garage and watched it blow in. It was crazy. It was like 80 degrees and inflow. And then all of a sudden, over like 10 seconds, it dropped like a good 15, 20 degrees and went outflow. It was crazy. And then it started raining really hard and blowing really hard. It was pretty crazy. Lots of really cool lightning with the second wave. We were up on McCutcheon parking garage. All right. So for this mission, we need flyers, LH2 resupply capability, and I need to check action groups. Okay, so let us, once this save loads, if this save loads, watch my KSP crash again tonight, because it always crashes. No, actually, it was kind of crazy. The cell like split and went around us. I don't know why Lafayette it just gets so unlucky. Okay, I need the lander. Okay, and then I need to add cargo carriers and the lunar flyer. Ooh, the lunar flyer is a single seat. Ooh, that's not good. We'll need a bunch of them. How many people are on this? I think is it 3? Is it a crew of 3? I think it's a crew of 3. Let's look. Um, 7 stream streak, nice. Um, it's been so long since I've worked on this mission. Earth return vehicle. This will tell us because I'll be able to look and see how many crew the command module can carry for entry. I think it's 3. I'll put 4 flyers on there just for margin, then in case one breaks. Oh, um, a friend of mine told me that there is a KSP funds equivalent to real world dollars because Xenon is in the game. Oh, nice. Nice, 7 streams. Yeah, now that I have the affiliate stuff set up, the stream streak should. I think that's when they started. So I think both of you have a higher streak than that actually, but it just didn't count it because of the affiliate stuff. Um, but yeah, because of the fact there's Xenon in both real life and in the game, we can convert KSP funds to real world dollars. and he worked out the cost of my Ceres mission in real world dollars. And I'm looking for the message because I want to. It was kind of crazy. 1.32 billion USD just for the vehicles. And I worked out the mass. Total mass launched from Earth is 38.3 metric tons. Total mass that lands back on Earth at end of mission, 5.2 metric tons. That's 0.01356%. So like 100th of a percent, which is just crazy. Most of that is fuel. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. I need the command module here. Okay, it's just the 3-person variant. Lander. Now I need to add those cargo pod thingies to the lander. If my lander ever loads. There we go. Okay, I need the fairings open. Does this have cargo capability? It does. But does it have enough? Because that would be cool if I could just put the lunar flyers in there. I don't think it'll work, but we're going to try it. I'm probably going to need like a cargo carrier of some sort. Where are they? Where are they? These little goobers. Okay, that's 500 liters, and this. Okay, yeah. Okay. We're gonna need a cargo pod probably. Wait, is there a cargo segment on this lander already? No. That doesn't even have an inventory. This doesn't even have an inventory. Yeah, we're gonna need something. I could add it on this side. I need like one of those cargo pod thingies. Where are those cargo pod thingies? That's a very large cargo pod thingy. That doesn't help me. I want one of the ones that I can put like things in. Because I've got this thing. Okay, so that's the lunar flying vehicle that I need. But I need 4 of them. Where can I hide cargo storage? I want like these cargo container thingies. That's way too big. Would this work for my Titan mission? What's this produce? Now I'm getting sidetracked. I can't make methane. Okay. Ah! I broke my thing. Undo. 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 Okay. Cargo storage. Here we go. This is the only one that will be big enough to carry. Okay, so each one of those 500 liters. 500 times 4. 2,000 liters. Okay. So we need this. It looks ugly, but is there a paint option for this thing, or do I have to go with this ugly one? I think that's what we're stuck with. Okay. We don't need this extendy thing now. That can just go like that. But what's my delta V now? 817. 850. That's probably enough. Yeah, that's enough, because I won't have these things on Ascent. All right. So we've got engines, launch clamps, boosters, booster separators, interstage fairing, all edge and apps, J2. And this is, yep, payload is staging. Module decent engine, where is that? Oh, that's there. Yeah, decent engine. All the RCS. Retro motors. Retro motors. Where are those other? Okay, where are the retrograde firing ones? Okay, these motors need to go in this stage. Yeah, these ones. Yeah, those need to be in that stage. And yep, the landing engines. Okay. Does that still fit? Yes, it does. Okay. Save. Let me check that off the list. Okay. List is saved. Now, let's work on Earth departure stage. Okay, where to put a resupply thing on this? Because there's no... Okay, so if that radiator was retracted... We probably won't even need this resupply port. I don't even really need this, but I'm putting it on there just for the heck of it. You can put it right there. That's good enough. Yeah, and then the other vehicle can just, like, have some kind of extending thing to get to it, I guess. Hopefully we don't need to worry about that. Hopefully we don't need to worry about that. No resupplies, but just in case. Okay. So that vessel is done. Let me check that off the list. Check that off. Okay, check all the action groups. Do I even have action groups? No. Oh, I do. Okay, so it's 9 is deploy everything. 10 is shut down engines. Okay. Can I add an action group for undocking the boosters? I bet I can. Oh, this is the Earth departure stage. Why did I add a docking port to that? I'm dumb. Okay, that can go away. I didn't mean to add a docking port to that. We'll just revert that thing. Okay. Cancel, save. Okay. It's Ceres arrival stage, which is the one I need to edit. Okay. Yeah. Now let's check action groups. Yep, shut down engines. Deploy. No, I still don't have an undock. Okay. I need to write this down. We'll just do one. We'll just do one. Deploy panels. 10. Shut down Saturn engines. Okay. That is saved. Now let's add that propellant resupply capability. Where are we going to stick the docking port on this? Same place. Let's put it a little bit off axis. That'll work better. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. And fairing closed. Save. All right. I guess we start assembling the vehicle. So it's going to be what Ceres arrival stage goes first? I think so. Does the HAB have rendezvous capability? I can't remember. Earth return vehicle. I don't think we have rendezvous capability. So maybe this goes first. I can't even remember the design of my own launch vehicles. It's been so long. Oh, no, we do. We have the Centaur. So that provides our rendezvous capability. Okay. And then we have... Is this the one that goes... what is Lander Cursed? I'm afraid. What is Lander Cursed? Oh, gosh. It's that thing. Okay, we don't need to see that. Yeah, so it's going to be Ceres arrival stage that goes first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 launches. So that's 6 months. Okay, so day 0. I'm just going to have to count out the days. Day 0. It's launch 2. Launch 3. Launch 4. Launch 5. Cargo. Cargo. Crew. Departure. Okay. So first launch would be 180 days before, and it's going to be the Ceres arrival stage. All right, let's get a transfer window. We don't have any alarm set at the moment, do we? No. Okay, Earth to Ceres. Initial orbit, 300 miles, 30-degree inclination. Let's say 60 kilometers. Plot it. All right, so it has... That's pretty close. I might have to speed up the timeline. Yeah, 147 days. Okay. What if we set a launch every 15 days? That would probably work. So that's launch 1 on day 0, launch 2 on day 15, 3 on day 30, 4, 5, 6, 7, day 90. Okay, so we need 120 days. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. All right, let's begin the assembly. Is my webcam frozen again? No. Okay. Why am I getting sidetracked? I don't know what I'm getting sidetracked. Webcam's fine. Okay, good. I'm afraid to say it, but I think my computer may be slightly uncursed. We'll go from 39V. Launch. All right, let's hope this doesn't break horribly. I did get off the waitlist for spotter, actually. They added 3 more spots. So the 3 people that were waitlisted got in, which I am very excited about. So I will be doing spotter again this year. Yeah, for the people who don't know what Spotter is, that is a course that's offered by my university over the summer where you get to do 2 weeks of on-campus training and then go storm chasing in the Great Plains for a week with faculty and it's all kind of official chasing. It's really cool. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. It's kind of funny because this year I'll be the one with stories from last year. Okay, orbit inclination 30, and I need the transfer window thing again. 0.6, 30 degrees. Plot it. All right, what's our LAN? 9.82. There are 2 other people from 25 going. 9.82. Is that right? 9.82. Yes. In 4 hours. But I don't want that. I need to launch when we have let's see. So we've got launch 1 on day 0, launch 2 on day 15, 3 on day 30, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it should be good. I'm hoping it's good. Okay, so 120 days. So when this gets to 120 days, I need to also make sure. Yeah, infinite propellant electricity is on. All right. Launch to LAN in 15 hours. That's my guess. I'm guessing it'll be much further south. Oh, why is it always night launches? Why is it always night launches? I want a day launch. I'll turn off. Oh, I didn't turn them on. Okay. All right, we are standing by for liftoff of the first component for the crewed exploration of the asteroid Ceres. Ignition. Booster ignition and liftoff. Very slow liftoff. Don't worry, we only have to launch 2 more launch vehicles this big. There'll probably be some of the cake left. Yeah, that would be my assumption. Because the rental cars thing was just because the geology department stole all the vehicles. Okay, not stole, but, you know, was using. Darn geologists. Nah, geologists are fine. I'm just, you know, being funny. I wonder if we're going to have a trailer again this year. Probably. Because we'll probably need helium, so... Actually, I wonder if my year driving thing is still good and I won't need to redo it, because it's less than a year in advance. It's less than a year since last year's. I also plan to get an amateur radio license for this year. It's pretty easy to get. Ah, that makes sense. So I'll probably be in whichever one is the trailer one. This game is so laggy when you have large launch vehicles. I could do a burn with the Ceres survival stage if I have to, but that's eating into propellant margins. So I really don't want to have to do that. Ideally, we don't. We are... stable. Okay, it's stable guidance. Please don't pitch over too much and burn out. This vehicle's pretty finicky. My AOA. Angle of attack 18. Okay, it's coming down. Alright, we're gonna make orbit. Standing by for a booster burnout. Okay, 400 meters a second left when we hit orbit. Not bad. Down to 30% thrust. Booster shut down and SEP. Please don't explode, please don't explode. Good. I need to add some kind of separation motors. Welcome in. Yes, the Ceres vacation has begun. We are launching the first component right now. so laggy when you have large rockets. Less laggy now that the boosters are gone. Guidance is reconverged. Good. It always loses its converge a little bit around the booster burnout time. I think we have 7 engines on this second stage. We're about to see. It's been so long since I designed these, I don't even remember. I just know they worked. Climbing into Sunrise? Is that a sunrise over there? I think Action Group 10 was shut down engines? I hope so. Because that's the action group I'm gonna hit. Seconds. Alright, I think it's like, what, 30 seconds that I shut them down? Yeah, we'll do that. Side engine shutdown. Good to be back? Yes, it is good to be back. Yeah, that was a lot of streams that I was out. Because it was like 10 days over break, and then I think the week before break I didn't stream because I was busy. And then Tuesday. It's like, what, 3 weeks? I don't know. Alright. We are coming up on first staging. Seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Shut down. Staging. Yep, it is 7 engines. Alright, at 5:20. That's true. Yeah, I was wiped out after that day. There was so much driving. But yeah, that tornado was awesome. I mean, it's not awesome to have a tornado. It was awesome to see a tornado. Yeah, the fairing SIP is really goofy, because like I had to add segments to make the payload fit, and they just... it makes them really janky. Thankfully, it doesn't, like, explode instantly. Alright, we can time accelerate here. Nice. Oh, yeah, I haven't actually watched that. I need to watch that. Yeah, the falling power lines was crazy. That was... and then the part where we got... I don't know if this was in it, but then we got... there were down power lines across the road, so there was a guy, like, having us drive through a yard to get around them. But then a truck that was rear-wheel drive in front of us got stuck in the mud, and we thought we were trapped there. And then he finally got out, but that was crazy. That was a crazy day. That was right after the downed power lines. That was, yeah, okay. I need to watch that. All right, 45 seconds, shut down engine. Center engine shutdown. All right, standing by for cutoff. That was actually the first tornado I'd ever seen. All right, shutdown. And the first element of the Ceres mission has been delivered to orbit. All right, let's get all the solar panels and antennas deployed. Yeah, that was a really neat chase. All right, I believe we have. Do we have? I think we have reaction wheels. Yeah, we do. All right, we will time warp to sunrise here. How's my orbit? Almost perfect. The cursed Saturn derivative thing did its job. We're gonna roll, actually. Because I want to get the solar panels more pointed like that. Yeah. All right. I will quick save. It's crazy how much delta V this thing has without a payload. 18.7 kilometers a second. Welcome in. It goes good. We're just beginning the Ceres mission. Where'd that propellant resupply port? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. It's there. All right, let's save. 01. All right. Space Center. We are landing. Yeah, we've got a big hab thing, and it's actually the hab for Ceres landing is part of the deep space hab to give them more room and consumables on the way outbound. Because you can pack it full of consumables for the trip outbound, use it as hab space on Ceres, and then jettison it. Honestly, I might just manual it because Ceres is so light. I can just use velocity retrograde, and just kind of eyeball it because it's only like a few hundred meters a second. I can do a big braking burn in orbit to get velocity to almost zero, and then just manage the rate of descent. I don't like manually landing, but in this case, it's kind of like a fly-by-wire landing. All right, minus 15 days. So at day 105, we'll launch the next segment. Earth departure stage. Yeah, rare use of manual flying, real. I don't like manual flying. Let me be extremely clear. All right, launch from 39B. Launch. We're assuming that this massive launch vehicle does not damage Launch Complex 39B significantly enough to require repair, because we have to launch 3 of them 15 days apart. But we'll just kind of ignore that. Ascent guidance. 463. And we will sounds good. See ya. All right. Target Ceres arrival stage. Launch into plane of target. In an hour and 48. I don't want that window, because we're not at the right time yet. I need to be day 105. Let's add an alarm in 14 days. Uh-oh. Lag. Lag. Please don't crash. Please. Please. Please don't crash. I'm not touching anything for the moment. Lag. KSP. Uh-oh. Oh, it did the thing again. Okay. Well, that's nice. Looks like we got a KSP restart. Didn't take long. I swear, every stream it happens like 3 times. At least I got to orbit and net save before it broke. KSP heard me say manual flying and decided no. Now we wait 15 minutes or whatever it is. 10, I guess. I don't know. Too many. 10:56. Let's see what time it is when it finishes loading. Where's my water? I promise it's loading. You can see it loading. It's doing things. Memory usage is increasing. Should actually load any minute here. least the pizza place is open till 4 today. So I'll be able to order food after stream. It's like a Thursday thing. I don't know. It's like I rarely do that except on Thursdays. Okay, can you load already? Or like what? Are we not loading today? Task Manager says it's loading. Such a janky game with mods. And of course, modded is the only, you know, like way to play it without just suffering. This is true. I'll tell you the show I'm really excited about. It'll be a long time. The animated Firefly show that they're talking about. Obviously, it's not a done deal yet, but hopefully that works out because I am really, really excited for that show. That's if they do it right, that's gonna be amazing. That was just announced like a week ago. And obviously, I'm like a huge Firefly fan. Firefly is awesome. Can we load already, please? At least it doesn't need to redo all the module manager stuff. I'm trying to decide what to do for stream Monday because I could either play the Storm server or I could go back to the one chunk challenge. I don't know. What do we think? One chunk challenge, Storm server, something new. I'm kind of out of projects on the storm chasing server. I need like some kind of big like infrastructure project to work on. One chunk? Yeah. I actually need to, if I'm going to work on one chunk on Monday, I need to AFK it before so that maybe I can get that water bottle. Because that we're gated behind that. What was even the 9x9 beacon, right? Because I need villagers. Once I get villagers, we're home free basically. But I need to get the water bottle to get villagers. Wait, why do I need the water bottle for villagers? I guess I just need a water source block. What? Wait, well, why do I need a water source block? It's been so long, I've like forgotten the challenge details. Uh, oh, for farming and my mob grinder. Yeah, because I need. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'll need water to make obsidian. I need. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I'm gonna need Wandering Traders for Obsidian. Frick. Unless there's Dripstone. There might be Dripstone in my chunk. I really hope I don't have to wait for a Wandering Trader. They're so annoying. Deal with that when we get to it, I guess. Wait, can I even get Wandering Traders in my chunk? I hope I can get Wandering Traders in my chunk. I better be able to get Wandering Traders in my chunk. I'm going to look up the spawning mechanics right now. Spawning. Typically spawn within a 48 block radius. Okay. There's a bell within 48 blocks of the player, then the nearest such bell is target location. I can't get bells without villagers. Okay, so I'll need... I can get them. Is it raining again? Yep. Alright. KSP is back. What's the weather look like? Got a bot. Rain and thunderstorm. How long is this gonna go? Oh, it's gonna go all night. That's a mess. Nice. Yeah? Hang on. I won't show it on stream, but I want to look. Select view, local radar. Oh, yep. Best of luck. Yeah, hopefully it does. All right, resume saved. Okay, ads over. All right, let's get back into this. And it was day, what, 105? That's launch 3, launch 4, launch 5, 6, launch 7. Yep, day 105. Hmm. Alright, we're just gonna time warp here. Oh, freak. Go away. You know what? I need Kerbals for my Ceres mission, so we're just gonna hire all these guys. There's the alarm clock. Let's add one in 14 days. We're gonna go 0 minutes. We'll go in 14 days. And we'll time warp. This is probably a safer way to time warp than doing it the other way. Alright. Yep, 105 days to Ceres departure. Yeah. I haven't decided if I'm going to try and take Spotter again for a third time. I would be like the bottom of the priority list. Because I would be a third time. Alright. We can close Kerbal Alarm Clock, because it is time to launch. EDS. Alright. Let's try this again! Launch from 39B. Launch. I wish there was an option to have Launch Complex 39C. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be an issue. Because you're graduated now, so you have to deal with the terrifying entity known as a job. Alright, let's get ascent guidance. And we will set as target. Launch into plane of target. No, we don't want the window in 53 minutes. Yeah. Oh, that's still the bad window. I don't want that window. I want the other window. There we go. All right, we're coming up on the launch window. Launch to target LAN. Engage autopilot. All right, we are standing by for liftoff. And I mean, who knows if it will be working at the same place next year. Just depends on any number of things, really. All right. 2, 1, ignition. Booster ignition and liftoff. This is such a slow liftoff. You couldn't even launch this from 39B today because it's 39B. Well, none of the launch complex 39s. Well, I guess 39A is, but that's SpaceX. 39B is not set up for kerosene or RP1 propellant. That's true. If I didn't get into Spotter, I was considering doing that. Like, going chasing at the same time and just kind of stalking the Slack chat and, like, tagging along on my own. But I got in, so I don't have to do that. Vehicle is supersonic through the clouds. We are approaching the region of maximum aerodynamic pressure. Max Q. And the launch vehicle is now through the region of maximum aerodynamic pressure. "15 kilometers up, 2.2 kilometers downrange." "650 meters per second. 20 kilometers up, 3.3 kilometers downrange." Yeah, that's true. I don't know, we may end up in Texas this year. It just depends on, obviously, where the weather is. Yeah, that would be cool. "40 kilometers in altitude, 10 kilometers downrange." We are approaching AJ-260 solid rocket booster burnout. Wow. I bet. Alright, booster's down to 30% thrust. 75 kilometers up, 36 kilometers downrange. Oh, freak. I hate it when it does that. Don't shut the engines down. Stop doing that. Don't explode, don't explode, don't explode. That was janky. It's okay, we're fine, we're fine. Guidance is reconverged. We're good. Safety. 110 kilometers up, 74 kilometers downrange. $150 kilometers up, 130 kilometers downrange. You're coming up on engine, I guess, I don't know. It's not inboard shutdown, it's the other two. I guess we'd call it BECO, booster engine cutoff. Shut down. $215 kilometers up, 250 kilometers downrange. Vehicle is traveling at a velocity of 3,500 meters per second. Coming up on staging, 250 kilometers up, 330 kilometers downrange. Standing by for BECO. BECO, main engine cutoff. Staging. S2 ignition. Interstage SIP. Alright, guidance converged. We'll just time warp to orbit now. Lightning outside, it's storming again. Alright. Now we're gonna have to do a rendezvous with this core stage. Inboard shutdown. Terminal guidance. Shutdown. Go for booster SIP. All right. Panels deploy. All right, I am going to make a quick save here. game to EDS 1 in orbit. All right, now let's look at an intercept. Since stats, we need rendezvous autopilot and maneuver planner. No, it's rendezvous planner. There we go. Intercept with Homan in 20 hours. Yeah, traveling is awesome. Yeah, I went out to SoCal for spring break and then up to Lava Beds National Monument after, and it was amazing. Remove all nodes. I need Ceres arrival stage. I drove from Indiana to Kansas. I met up with a friend in Kansas, and then we drove their car from Kansas to SoCal up to Lava Beds and then back to Kansas. And then I drove my car from Kansas back here. So yeah, it was like a good 5,000 plus miles, if I had to guess. All right. All right, this is going to be a 4-second burn. We're going to set the throttle limiter on these Nervos, or Timberwinds, because I don't want to deal with a very rapid burn. Yeah, that is a lot of driving. I was wiped out of driving by the end of it. It was a good trip, but it was really good to get back. That was a nice blast of thunder. All right, RCS off. NTR ignition. All right. Fine-tune closest approach. We want to be 150 meters apart. Rendezvous info. We are 1.5 kilometers apart. We can just do that with... Yep, we do have another storm moving in. I'm just going to trim this manually with RCS. I can't be bothered to maneuver and light the NTRs. Okay, kill rotation is on. We'll just manually zero this out. That's the wrong way. Darn. Well, RAP to my RCS fuel, I guess. to get my closest approach down to 150. Alright, we're going to be 151 meters apart. Hopefully. That would be actually really cool if we have one bright enough to light up my face cam. Alright, 150 meters apart. Who is texting me? Okay. Just about housing for during spotter. Alright, remove all nodes, match velocity at closest approach. We don't want auto warp, because that'll break things. That was a pretty big lightning. Alright, remove all nodes. Match velocity is the closest approach. Execute next node. Alright, now we need to monitor this so that we don't lag out. Alright. The 152 meters a second, 152 meters apart, that's good. Wow, it is pouring outside right now. I'm just waiting for it to, I think it happens at like 3 kilometers. All right, it's gonna lag out. Any minute now it'll lag out. Any minute. There it goes. Lag. Okay, that was fast. Now I can turn on auto warp. How much RCS fuel have I got? Still like 80%. That's good. Standing by for... All right. Nuclear engine ignition. The plumes are almost invisible, which is cool. Realistic. All right, this stage is going to the far side there. All right. Let's get a target set here. Set as target. Control from here. Okay. Docking autopilot. Let's actually make a save. And you know what? Send it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 5 is fine. No, that's too close. 50 and 100. Okay, we need to back up. You're gonna collide. We need to back up. What? Why do I have no... The heck? I have control. Huh. All right, let's troubleshoot. That's not that key. That is the keys. That's that. Okay, I have no control. I have no control in those axes. Okay, why do I have no control? No, no cheats are on. Let's turn on infinite electricity. I don't think that will do anything, but no. I have full control there. Let's see. Maybe docking autopilot will do something. Wait, I wonder if controlling from that docking port... Hold on. Let's control from here. Now can I back up? Yes. Okay, now I can back up. Welcome in. All right. Something's really glitched here. 5, 10. Okay. Let's go with a different docking port, because that one seems to be glitched. No, I want the docking port, not the tank. Eh. That docking port. Set as target. Okay. It's the middlemost one. Control from here. Okay. Let's try it. All right. It's firing all the jets. That's good. That's good. Okay, I guess that other port was just glitched. Because this is working. No, no, no. Roll 180. I guess. Yeah, it's roll 180. And we need to throttle up these engines. I have been good. Took a little break from streaming over break. Went on a pretty cool trip, actually. But yeah, I've been good. How about you? It was good to get a little bit of a break. I really needed a break. Right, why are we not flying in? I bet it's because this guy has rates. Yeah. Okay, so that's my target. And that's my docking port. Let's... Can it not fly in? It can't fly in and dock. Oh. No. Okay, why? Are we gonna have to do this manually? I really don't want to do this manually. Control from here. Yeah, I like this one. I am gonna have to dock manually. I don't like this. It is really storming. Okay, at least they're both in kill rotation, so I don't have to fly rotation. I only have to fly translation. Yeah, that's my hope. I like listening to a good storm. Oh, I am really out of alignment. I wish there was some kind of instrument that you could use for this. I'm sure there is, I just don't know enough about the game to find it. Capture. All right, hard dock. Let's now shut these engines down. All right. Those engines are both armed. All right, let's make a save here. That was a bad rendezvous. That's okay. It worked in the end. What am I at? I need 03. Save game. EDS1 docked. All right, day 105. Next we want day 90. We'll add an alarm in 13 days, 12 hours. "13 days, 12 hours." All right. Space Center. All right. So this will be the third launch. It'll be another one of these stupid, dumb Earth departure stages. Nice lightning outside. All right, let's just recover all of this debris. All right, let's time warp. We're ignoring the fact that these launches 15 days apart probably isn't realistic, but don't worry about it. Call it for boil-off prevention. All right, let's get the next launch vehicle rolled out to the pad. What time is it? 48? Oh, I got plenty of time. All right, I need the EDS again. I'm going to try and figure out why that thing is broken. I have no idea. We're just going to launch it again and hopefully I don't have to do the manual docking again. But I'm prepared to if I have to. Okay. EDS launch from 39B. Send it. The other launch vehicles get more seen. These are the most unhinged ones. All right, I don't need landing info, atmosphere info. I guess, let's get atmosphere info back up. Atmosphere info, I don't need maneuver planner, I don't need smart RCS. Ascent guidance. 463. Okay, 30-degree inclination. And I want Ceres arrival stage set as target. Launch into plane of target. Launch target land. Gauge autopilot. All right. Ooh, this is going to be a sunset launch. We're going to climb right into sunset. That's going to be cool. All right. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Booster ignition and liftoff. Eventually. What is the notifications? Severe thunderstorm. Okay, thank you for telling me there's a severe thunderstorm launch. I can see the severe thunderstorms outside. Very helpful weather app. Very helpful. Get off the pad so slow with this launch vehicle. Thankfully, this is the last launch of it, because we only need it to lift the 3 core stages. Alright. We're into the clouds. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know, maybe I'll do it this time. I don't really know how to edit videos, though. Alright, we're approaching the region of maximum aerodynamic pressure. Launch vehicle is supersonic. Max Q. Oh, nice. Yeah, if I decide to do it, I'll probably take you up on that offer. Alright, and launch vehicle is now through the region of maximum aerodynamic pressure, or max Q. We should be climbing into the sunset here soon. Eventually. If you look at it from this angle, the whole launch vehicle just disappears. Alright, stable guidance. Oh, nice. That's cool. Alright. Thrust is coming down. 40%. Nice. Yeah, it'd probably be a lot of like splicing and stuff to make like a Spotter 26 compilation. Alright, standing by for booster burnout. Booster burnout. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Okay. We're clear. Guidance reconverged. Oh, there's the sunset. Looks like the rain's calming down for a minute. How far downrange are we? 110 kilometers downrange. Oh, we're gonna climb into sunset just like I said, I think. Maybe. Depends on how fast we climb versus how fast we go downrange. Standing by for booster engine cutoff. 20 seconds. 10. Booster engine cutoff. Yes, I would. If I do it, I'm definitely making a director's cut. Yeah, the director's cut of Splatter 25 was awesome. I have it on my computer somewhere. Seconds to staging. Ten. Yeah. The weather balloon incident. Shutdown. Staging. Ignition. Fairing SIP, interstage SIP. Guidance reconverged. Alright, we'll just time warp to orbit. Yeah. There are some really good moments in the director's cut version. I don't know, you with the weather balloons is probably the most funny part. That's my favorite. Both instances of you with the weather balloons. Is that the moon? I think it is the moon. Shut down. Standing by for orbit insertion. Terminal guidance. Shut down. No, the second incident was really funny. I'm sorry, but it's really funny. I'm sorry, it's just so funny. Okay. We are in orbit. Booster SIP. And panel deploy. Antennas are deployed. Now, I think everyone had funny moments that were a source of entertainment. It was just a good trip. All right. I should make another save. It's EDS2 in orbit. 04 EDS2 EDS2 in orbit. Okay, I need to throttle down these engines. Maneuver, I don't need that. I need atmosphere, I don't need ascent stats. I need maneuver planner, rendezvous planner, rendezvous info, smart RCS. Intercept with Homan, that's in a day, 16 hours. We can time warp that. Remove all nodes. Oh, somehow it unset my target. There we go. Intercept with Homan. Execute. Oh, we're already in attitude. Sweet. Nuclear engine ignition. Shut down. We'll be 147 meters apart. That's too close. 151 meters apart. That's perfect. Where is the target? There's the target. All right. Match velocities. Coming right into sunrise. Okay, we're just gonna... ...137 meters apart. That's too close. $150. There we go. It's gonna be a 20-second burn. Distance to target. It's at... I think it's like... It's like 2.5 kilometers. It lags out. All right, we're standing by for the lag. Lag. Yeah, the great 2-kilometer lag event. It's even got a name now. Oh, that was not a bad lag event at all. Can now engage auto warp. Are we even coming in on the right side to just dock? Nah. We're gonna have to translate around to the other side. That's okay. Alright, let's now switch to this vessel. Make sure that it's in Kilrote. It is. Make sure that these things can't crossfeed. Okay, yeah, crossfeed is disabled. We are actually gonna roll because I would rather not do a fly around. That'll just waste gas. I need to fly towards the target. I'm gonna have to dock manually again. Darn. Alright. Let's just zero Arville. Okay. Now we will turn that off. Docking autopilot. This is gonna be the janky part. Nope, it's 180, not 0. I really don't like how janky this is. All right, now I need to translate in. How's my fuel? Low, of course. This is very difficult. We get it? Hard capture. All right. 3 rockets. All right. We will confirm kill rotation. And now what's my latest save for? So this will be 5. EDS2 docked. Okay. Next launch will be at day 75. Minus CD8. That's 13 days, so we'll set an alarm for 12 hours. 12 days. 12 days, 12 hours, add alarm. Space Center. All right. What is the next piece of infrastructure? Probably the Earth return vehicle. Because we've got that. That'll be launch 4. Lander would be launch 5. Crew and cargo would be... Yeah, okay. Now we're back into the realm of more sane launch vehicles. Okay. Yeah, Earth departure stage is going to be next. Or not, Earth return vehicle. Earth return vehicle is a fun one. I think this is the one that goes into a... Yeah, I think this is the one that goes into a... boosters... Yeah, this is the one that goes into a low orbit. Need to make sure it did not. It did try and put crew in there. We don't want crew. $39B, launch. Oh, that was a big lightning. Oh, I need to fix that. I need to write that down. Because I forgot. I forgot. We're just gonna time warp. 8 days. 7 days. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Where is... All right. RCS enabled. Ascent guidance. I need... Where is it? Ascent stats, atmosphere info. Yep. Launch into plane of target. Launch target land. Engage autopilot. Whoa. I think we're getting another round of storms. Oh, is this gonna be like a sunset launch? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's cool. "30 seconds. Yep, I think we're supposed to get rounds of storms all night. Which, honestly, I am excited for. I like storms. This kind of just looks like a cargo configuration of the Saturn V, honestly. It's not, but it looks like it. I mean, it kind of is. Booster ignition and liftoff. Screenshot. Yeah, it's a massive system. That was a pretty loud thunder. I don't know if that even came through on stream, maybe. 25% booster sip. Aw, the stage started glowing, darn. I spoiled it. It says it's overheating, but it's not. It's just that glitched. The glitched atmosphere, because it thinks there's atmospheric heating. Sounds good. See if coming up on staging. Shutdown and staging. Oh yeah, conventional stage. Conventional engine configuration. At 3:30, we'll separate the fairings. There we go. Lightning. Alright. 5 seconds. We are terminal guidance. Shut down. Alright. Let's now get all of this random equipment deployed. All right. Maneuver planner. Circularize it next to apogee. All right, standing by for circulation. This is a minute 44 burn. Pretty long burn. Suspiciously Soyuz. It does kind of look Soyuz, actually. Actually, now that you say that, it's really Soyuz because, yo, thanks for the follow. Yeah, this is like a mission module, and then we've got the return vehicle inside this fairing, and then this is like the stage that we'll use for the Earth return, like for the Earth return burn from Ceres. And this is just a stage that I use for the rendezvous. So we are currently building the vehicle in Earth orbit. I've got the 3 nuclear propulsion cores already in orbit. This is the hab for the trip. I'm going to speed up this burn a little bit because it is a long burn. So yeah, we are starting the rendezvous now for this hab section. Shutdown. Rotation. All right. Let's get the rendezvous planner. Intercept with Homan. It's in 2 days and 11 hours. That's a long wait for a Homan. Time warp time. Oh, did I forget to save? I think I did forget to save. I'll do that now. What number am I on? 5. 06. ERV in orbit. We will resume the great time warping. All right, 27 minutes. Let's now actually do this burn. All nodes. Intercept with Homan. All right. This is going to be a 33-second burn. Do we have throttle? No, this is a not throttleable engine. That's okay. Probably honestly better that we don't throttle. And I need rendezvous info because I need to see my closest approach distance. Standing by for ignition. Ignition. All right. Yep. All right. Standing by for shutdown. All right. There we go. We 10 kilometers apart. That is too far. Fine tune closest approach. 150. 2.7 meters. Okay. I'm going to try and trim that out with RCS right now. Because I don't want... I'm gonna wait for that node. Move all nodes, create node. We don't want auto warp. That's what goofed me up last time. Alright, let's... Problem with this vehicle is the RCS is not balanced rotationally, so adding rotation imparts a translation, which is annoying. It's not that bad, but it's a little bit. It's gonna be a 3-second RL10 burn. And hopefully we're in daylight when we do the rendezvous. I think we're gonna be in daylight. All right. Ignition. All right, 276 meters. That looks much better. I can clean that up with RCS. All right, it'll be 153 meters apart. That works. Match velocity is the closest approach. Okay. There's the target. We're gonna warp a little bit before I maneuver for that. Time to closest approach. All right, we're 10 minutes out. Is this that's the passive one? Okay. Just trying to take out that. Okay, auto warp is off. Good, because otherwise it'll break things. Yeah, my KSP install is very janky, and I keep making new installs, and they keep becoming janky, so I don't know. It must be some combination of mods I have that just is unhappy. Alright, we are coming up on the great 2-kilometer lag. Any second now. Alright, lag. There we go. Now I can turn on auto warp. Oh, good. We'll be below it. That's good. Yeah, so these are the nuclear propulsion cores that I already delivered to orbit over 3 previous launches. We're using a pebble bed fission reactor design, ISP of, I think, 900 seconds, running liquid hydrogen. I like this engine. I use it for a lot of projects. Shut down. All right, now this is one of my favorite parts. I like the jettisoning of that stage. I don't know, it just looks cool. All right, we'll control from here. Oh, come on. Set as target. Okay. Can I now engage the docking autopilot, please? Without wasting thruster gas. Called docking autopilot. Okay, it's working. Whoa! That was some lightning. Okay. All right. We are just about to dock here. Go, terminal approach. How's my RCS usage? Need like 100 liters. Hopefully there's enough in those side boosters. Capture. All right, we are docked. Now, we'll refill this from these tanks. All right, cool. That stage is now refueled. And we need to control from. It's very hard to get to that command module. There it is. Control from here. Okay. So now this vessel should be called, well, wait, we need to save. Okay. What number am I on? Okay, I need to make it save 7. 07 ERV docked. Okay. Now, Space Center. -15. Next launch will be the is it cargo? No, the lander at 60 days. I am debating. I think I'm going to do one more flight for stream tonight. Oh. So 60 days to departure, we launched the lander. Lander cursed. We don't worry about lander cursed. All right, this is the lander. Oh, and I needed to fix the lander. I'm glad I remembered that, because I accidentally broke it by adding a thing. I can't have that. And I need the thing that I got rid of. Yeah, I forgot that crew had to be able to pass through these hatches, and I put like a storage container in the way. So now I have to undo that. Where is that Titan decoupler? There it is. No raceway. We will now tweak scale this thing down. There we go. And we want to disable its decoupler. Yeah, we don't want that. All right, make sure my staging is right. We've got boosters. No, engines, launch clamps, boosters. Booster separators, interstage fairing, all-edge motors, apps pods, J2. Payload decoupler, engine, those engines, separator motors, and those motors. Then the next stage would be jettison of the service module. That thing, these engines. Okay, perfect. Save, launch. And this one has to be launched day 60, so in 13 days from now. Oh, it put crew in there. Darn it. I hate it when it does that. It thinks everything must be crewed by default. KSP is just so slow and laggy. It's annoying. All right. Are we... Yeah, get out of there. Lander, it goes from 39B, verify that. 39B, launch. Now I need to add a alarm for 13 days from now. In 13 days. Eight, 7, 6. All right, 60 days to Ceres. Yep, Serenity set as target. And I don't need that. I don't need that. That. I want that and that. I want ascent guidance. What do my stages look like? 188. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Launch into plane of target. Launch target land. Gauge autopilot. All right, standing by for liftoff. More lightning. Seven seconds. F1B ignition. Booster ignition and liftoff. Bots should go away. I don't like bots. At least it caught the message and didn't post it to the chat. Okay, we can do it direct. Yeah, let's do that. Instead of running a circularized crop stage. 65% thrust. Should be getting booster burnout here in the near future. Yep, they're tailing off now. We'll separate the boosters at 5%. Please don't explode. Thank you. Okay. Coming up on staging. Got the throttle down. Shut down. S4 reignition. Alright, now we just wait to get to orbit. How many saves do I have? I have 7 saves. What's my relative inclination? Very little. We're going to be set up good for a very, very well-timed home run. So many stages in orbit. That's kind of a tight fit. Glad that it's kind of. I think it's actually designed for that. I don't know. I think that mount is designed for this service module. For the cargo thingy. speed up this so that we get to orbit faster. "10 seconds, terminal guidance." Shut down. Oh. Okay. Okay. We appear to be good. Let's rendezvous planner, maneuver planner. Intercept with Hohmann in 4 hours. Okay. I like that. That's a much shorter rendezvous than the last one. Save game. 08. Lander in orbit. Intercept with Hohmann. Execute next. Do we have we better have translation. We do have translation. All right. Okay, good. Everything looks pretty stable. All right, we'll be 4.9 kilometers apart. That's not ideal, but we're gonna make a note to tune that. What I'm just going to do for this is just translate manually with RCS, because I don't want to burn the engine for that. That's too small of a burn to light the main engine for. Let's see if it does it for me or if I have to burn manually. I have to burn manually. Okay. 1.2 kilometer apart. We need to get it down to like 150 meters. Kill rotation. Why can't I translate aft? There we go. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Auto warp is off. Don't want to break my game. All right, we'll be 150 meters apart. That's perfect. All right, it's gonna lag out. Coming up on the lag. The great 2.2 kilometer lag. 2.25 kilometer lag. There's the lag. The lag has ended. All right, standing by for braking. Ignition. Shut down. Spin soft capture ring. Okay. Docking autopilot. All right. Standing by for docking approach and capture. All right. Capture. Lag. There we go. Hard capture. All right. Let's save. Oh, I need to refill the... That one's the empty. All right, so that's all full. That's all full. Okay. Let's make a save. 09. Lander docked. All right. Well, this is quite the vessel. What's it look like with the lights on? It looks cool with the lights on. All right. I did make a save. I'm just going to test and make sure the right engine's light. That's correct, except these guys are low throttle point. And are we using fuel from the right tanks? Yes. All right. Load save. Lander docked. Wow, it's really rating again. So I need to set those other engines to high throttle point and then save again. But all the configuration stuff appears to be right, which is good. Normally something is broken with my stuff. All right, so set all the nervas. These guys are not nervous. They're not nervous. These are Timberwinds. More advanced than a nerva. These are particle bed or pebble bed reactors. Main throttle. Yep. Okay, cool. And it is, what's the name? 09 lander docked. All right. Well, I think I am going to end stream here for the evening. It's a little bit early, but I don't have time to fly another rendezvous, so I can't really get the crew up to station yet. We'll do that next Tuesday. Next stream will be Monday, 2 p.m. Is it 2 p.m.? Yeah, 2 p.m. U.S. Eastern. I'll probably play in Minecraft. Yeah. Let's see. Is there anybody on that I can read? Everybody's playing Minecraft. Is anybody playing KSP that I can read? Same category. I think I'm probably just gonna end stream. All right. I will see y'all Monday, 2 p.m. U.S. Eastern.